Evening, everybody. How's it going? As I said in the little ticker tape, I am covered in paint today because I've been painting the Black Hole Palomino. As you can see here, this is the first weathering coat, but having problems with colours because if you saw the Patreon stream, or if you're a patron and you saw the stream, it keeps changing in the film. And Lou told me not to go down that rabbit hole of just worrying about the colours of the film, because 1 minute the ship's silver, 1 minute it's insignia white. And I think the reason for my problem of trying to guess the colour is that I think it is silver. And when I saw the actual filming model of this, because it was actually went on sale in July 2022, the filming model was silver as well. There wasn't any insignia white on it. And I do think that in the film, when they put lights on it, it gives it that white effect, as you can see there, which is what I think I'm getting confused about. I'm not painting it insignia white. It has had a coat of insignia white, but I've dulled it down with the weathering, and now I'm going to give it a wash. And I have got some new streaking stuff from MIG, which I'm going to have a play with as well doing that. But I'm enjoying doing the Palomino. It's only about 25 to 30 centimetres tall, but it's a good little model there. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
I've definitely made it silver with grime, Lou. That's the way I've gone, because it looks silly being white, because the actual girder parts here, even though this is my first go of, I put it as a flat aluminium, but I'm going to be putting a gunmetal wash over the top of this. That base is definitely that colour, so it seems silly having a white section at the top and then the girdery section at the bottom. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, Chris Hurst, once you sent me that video, I went and bought everything that guy used. I bought, so it's here, which is all cool. But how's it good? It's good to see that Ian's in chat. Oh, he's not in chat. Oh, it's not good, because that worries me. Is the Palomino, it was 3D printed, Jeffrey, by a guy called Will Dickey. He's actually designed it as well. He sent me the parts through a resin printer, and it's a brilliant build to go together, and I am enjoying painting it, but I'd get myself in a bit of a mess. But the reference photos I'm doing, half of them the ship's silver, and half of them the top half of the ship's like insignia white, all weathered up. So I just thought, you know what, it's silver. I'm doing my own thing on it. It's going to be my colour. It's just good that it's not blimming pink, which is all cool. Now tonight I want to do a test for the live stream. Hello, David Marshall over on TikTok. And that is that I'm going to do a 5-question quiz, a real quick quiz, dead easy. But I'd like people to actually just try and use the answer sheet I've got, because we're going to be doing a Christmas quiz this year. And just like last year, you can play along at home and just do it for fun. But if you want to be in for a chance of prizes, I want to make it fair. So I've used it on a Google form. So what I've done is I've made a quick Google form with 5 questions on it. And you can get that by going to this web address, bit.ly Wayne is trying, as you can see, / Wayne is trying. And then what's going to happen is you'll see that there's a form on there with 5 questions and they're all blank. And I'll give you the questions in a minute. All you do is answer them and then just submit. That's it. Simples. The only thing is that you have to get your spelling right. And I've tried to make wrong spellings as well in the answer key, just because people might spell things wrong. But the most important thing is you can't use capital letters. Everything has to be in small letters. Even proper nouns and names has to be in small letters. But I'll remind you when that comes up. But I'll leave that on the screen just for a minute. You can't do anything at the moment because I haven't gave you the questions. It's just 5 things that say question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do have to put your email address in. So either the email address you use for YouTube or your email address. It'd be interesting to see just how many people I can get just on this quick 5 questions. It's all the questions about Jaws, by the way. Hence why I put the little Jaws in the introduction. But I want to just see if this works. Then that's what we're going to do going forward. And then I can build the quiz on Google Forms, which I'd like to do because it saves me answering it. It does it automatically for me, which is all cool. Hello, Thomas, over on Facebook. How the devil are you? Oh, Ian is here. Thank God for that. I've locked the door. Because if you saw my face last week, I was like, what actually happened last week? There was a knock at the door. If you saw last week's stream, I opened it and I saw Ian and I'm like, oh, hi, it's Ian. And then he says, I got a pizza for you. And I'm looking at him thinking, is it Ian? Or is it just someone that looks like Ian? And I said, have you? And he said, did you order a pizza? And I thought, this ain't Ian, this is a pizza guy. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, is it Ian? Is it not Ian? I was getting so confused. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting it at all. But thank you, D. Look, it's up there. And it's the first thing I see when I walk into the workshop. So it's my my motivational mirror, I'll call it now. I look into the mirror and saying, you know, motivate yourself. You're doing this. You're doing this. Talking about doing things, the Rootmaster Pack 11, I finished it today. Oh my God, the Rootmaster looks good. And guess what? Everything works. It's the first time everything works on my models. The brakes work, the brake light works, the, you know, first time I'm talking about, cab light, everything works. So you're going to see that tomorrow on the channel. Quite a lot to do. The video's about 21 minutes, but again, I've had to film a lot of it on my mobile phone because the thing's so damn big at the moment. So it's all cool. Wayne is safe this evening. Wayne is trying my little quiz because I thought I'm trying everything at the moment. There was another solution I was going to use, a program called Kahoot, but you can only have a maximum of 50 people in there. That's why I'm going to use Google Forms. Oh, hello, Simon. How's it going? It's watching the Stage of Night Rider car what you're making. Oh, it's all cool. All cool. Now, when you do this quiz, obviously with the answer sheet up, you might have to, if you're doing it on a phone, you might have to click in backwards and forwards to the stream. It's probably best to watch me on another device and then have the quiz in front of you. So, hello from Switzerland. How's it going? I'm sure there's other things. Email addresses work. Just need some questions. I will give you the questions soon, Nigel. Don't you worry. It'd be interesting to see if people get them all right. Mrs. World of Wayne didn't get them all right at all. Because I used her as a trial test anyway. Lou, I'm going to send you an email later. And Phil, if you're watching on demand, I'm going to send you an email just regarding a little bit of news I've got. So, which is quite interesting. It's going to be fun. Fun news. It's all good news. Yeah, and the Rootmaster is absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you, Brian Harris. DK Jedi. From one modeler to another. Thank you. I will use that on Saturday at Telford. We've got a great big model convention going on. Hello, Will. How's it going? Look, Will, we've just been talking about the Palomino. I've just started to do the first coat and the weathering. So it's going really well. I am so much enjoying this build, Will. I tell you, absolutely loving it. So before the first half hour, I will be doing it shortly, Lou. I'll be doing it in like 5 seconds because I know you're going out to dinner. Now, the other thing is, let me just, I'll keep that up on the screen, is I try and support other creators. And there has been something that I've been watching this morning. Basically, Jeffrey Fink asked me to look at a channel. Now, if I skip over here, hopefully you'll be able to see this. There we go. I'm just going to make this maximize. Brickman Vlad. He actually builds Lego models on YouTube, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, there is a website there, but I will link that website in chat. But you can actually find him by typing Brickman Vlad in there. He is trying to get to 1,000 subscribers because he'd like to do some of these Lego builds on live stream, but obviously you can't do that if you haven't got 1,000 subscribers. So Jeff is here. He is in here. He is in here, Lou. So if you can help out and you want to just check his channel, just don't subscribe just because I said so. Check his channel out first and see if you like that sort of thing, especially if you like building Lego together. But Brickman Vlad, that's the name. Check that out. I think you're going to like it. And let's see if we can actually just give him a little boost to get him to 1,000 subscribers. That's cool. Okay, so what we're going to do, because Lou's going to be going soon, I'm going to do this quick quiz for you. So what you need to do, again, go over to this web address here and it will put a form on your mobile phone or on your PC or on your tablet, whatever you're doing. And it's going to ask you for your email address. And then you'll see question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're waiting for questions. Now, what will happen is you answer the questions. And then when the quiz is finished, you just click submit. Okay? All the questions, if they're not numerical answers, are going to be in small letters. Do not put capital letters. So if the answer is Wayne, don't spell Wayne with a capital W, spell it with a small w. Okay? Now, I can't remember what the questions are. So I'm going to start this, okay? So if you have got that form, are you ready? I will go back to chat. If you have got that form, the first question is, 5 questions is, what year was Jaws released? Just put that year in question 1. What year was Jaws released? Try not to put it in chat, but it doesn't really matter tonight, to be honest with you. So what year was Jaws released? That's question 1. Okay, these are so easy questions, by the way. If you can get Forbidden Planet on the countdown little segment there, these things are easy. Okay, now question 2 is what is the name of Quint's boat? What is the name of Quint's boat? That's question 2. This is when we did the time machine build. Before we actually started to build, I kept saying to Lou and Phil, I promised I haven't started working on this after I had done a crap ton of work on the electrics. So it became sort of like a phrase. I promised I haven't started working on this. Okay, so question 1 was what year was Jaws released? Question 2 was what is the name of Quint's boat? Question 3 is what is Chief Brody's first name? Question 3, what is Chief Brody's first name? Mrs. Welder Wayne didn't get that. Oh, you can't participate, Will. That's okay, mate. This is just for fun. It's just 5 questions just so I can see if this Google form's going to work for when we do the Christmas quiz, which I'll be happy. Hello, Scottish Railway Maniac. How's it going? We're all fun here. Question 4 is who was the writer of Jaws? You're not getting a form. Any magic source to get it. The form is at that web address there, bit.ly/Wayne is trying. All little letters. Go to a web browser and just type that in. It should bring the form up. The link is, look, I'll put the link in chat as well, but I don't know if you can actually click on things in chat. There we go. But that's the link to the form. And it's above my head. Wayne is trying. Nope. That's interesting. I wonder why. Let's see if I can access it, just in case there's a limit on how many people I can put in. I can see it on mine. www.bit.ly/Wayne is trying. You never watched Jaws movies. Okay, and the last question is, I can't remember. Oh yeah, where was Jaws filmed? Where was Jaws filmed? Okay. I can get rid of that now. Where was Jaws filmed? When you've done that, if you click submit, and I will hopefully start to see responses come on the screen. I've got 1 response already, so that's good. I've got 1 response. I've got 2 responses, so it looks like it's working. Oh my God, it's working. By Jove, I think he's got it. 9 responses. So the questions again, what was, question 1, what year was Jaws released? What is the name of Quint's boat? What is Chief Brody's first name? Who was the writer of Jaws? And where was Jaws filmed? I've had 14 responses. That's good. That's a good mix. Not all systems take these forms. Well, I'm on a PC and I've checked it on iOS as well. I haven't checked it on Android. On iOS it works as well. So, but what I want to do is I want to use this form to actually see what people's responses are as well, because I've had to put different responses in for different answers. So if I give you it's still, I've got 23 responses. That's excellent. Thank you, people, for that. Just doing that. I'll give it a few more minutes, and then I can click a button, and it will stop responses coming through. But if you misspell it, then it means going back manually. And because Quiz Night normally has a hell of a lot of people playing, it's hard to actually go for each and every one. So I've got an automation process going to see how it is. So the average is 5 points, so that's good. But well, we'll see what happens. We've got 28 responses so far, and I've got names. Thank you, Bergdis, for participating. Wayne, Patrick Doy, Lou. Thank you, Lou. Lou, you only got 4 right according to this. It might be a spelling error. Let's have a look. What was the name? Okay, you deliberately got one wrong for me, Lou. Yeah, it was filmed in the water. It was filmed in the water. Okay, right, I'm going to hold the responses now, so you can't respond anymore, okay? So I've done that, okay? So basically, if I go to my summary, I'm just looking at score. Can it rank it? Hang on. Right, okay, so I think the thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to copy it into a spreadsheet, but I can rank it. But just to let you know, the people that got 5 were Nicked D. I'm just doing the first few letters of your email. Will, 8419, David Cleary, Gavin, Lorenzo, you got it, and Patrick Doy. All of you got 5, just so you know. But that's worked. I cannot believe that's worked. I can't believe it won't let me rank it. So I'll have a look at that. Most of the questions that people got wrong were... Lou, you got the name of what's the name of the boat from Orca wrong? You said the Hamptons instead of Martha's Vineyard. Ah, you see. Yeah, it was Martha's Vineyard. But even like for Martha's Vineyard, that worked. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So I probably will go forward with that. But yeah, Mrs. World of Wayne thought it was pronounced Martha's Vineyard. So I had to put that in as an answer just in case people think vineyard and vineyard are the same thing. But the only thing with this, it doesn't accept capital letters. So if you was Martin, the name as Chief Brody, if you were to put a capital M in that, it's not going to let you do it. So there is a thing I can put in which won't accept the answer if there's capital letters. So I'll have a think about that as well. I need to select it in the form creator. Well, I've got the form here. So it's the scores that I'm looking at. But I can actually send the scores to people as well. But what I want to do is rank the scores, you see. So I'll figure that out after the stream. It's not a big deal. But it's interesting why you would have still got 0. It's interesting why some people couldn't get in, though, because I have checked this on iOS and PC, so I don't understand why that won't work. Google Forms can self-go to a worksheet. Oh, okay, I'll figure that one out as well. Thank you, Will. But every other program that I've looked to run a quiz so it's fair, I mean, you can still play along at home because I'll be giving the answers without doing this sort of thing. But because there's going to be some really good prizes this year, I want to make it a little bit more fair so that people can get on, can check beforehand. Because obviously I'll give the link way beforehand so people can actually figure it out. And then we'll go from there. So, but Mrs. World of Wayne's decision will be final. So I'm glad that works because that was stressing me a little bit, I have to say. It's probably going to be about 50 questions, this quiz is, because 50 questions, 2 minutes a question, and then you've got to do the answers, is going to be 2 hours, plus the amount of drinking and dressing up. Mrs. World of Wayne's going to be here with me. It's going to be a laugh like last year. So if they used a Google form for something, it can also lock them out. Really? I don't know. I said we've... that's weird. Autocorrect might screw you up. Yeah, we found that with Mrs. World of Wayne. But what will happen, Lou, is that with that Martin one, I put a little rule in there that if you tried to type Martin with a capital M, it wouldn't accept it. It would just say you need to type in small letters. So you have to change that. Or I could say just type in capitals. I don't know. I don't know what would be better. Vineyard is the proper spelling. Really? I thought it's Martha's Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Martha's Vineyard. Well done. I didn't know that. So do you Americans pronounce vine as vin? I'm confused. I'm very much confused. Oh, I don't know. Kiora from cloudy where? Wanganui, New Zealand. Hang on. You did. Thank you. I'm being told off now. Alexa, stop. It's because when I did a search just to make sure if Martha's has got a apostrophe, stupid thing there, I'm sure I put up a site that spelt it vineyard. I don't know. Do you need an account on a website? And what website? You don't, Chris. You don't need any accounts at all. It should just take you to a blank form. I mean, that form is still there. So if you went to, I said, bit.ly, where is it? Wayne is, hang on, bit.ly / Wayne is trying. Oh, it says I'm no longer accepting responses. Let me just turn that back on again. Yeah, that form is still there, Chris. So I don't know. I don't know. It's very strange. I'll have to read up about that. You use Google Forms almost daily. Oh, right, Will. You need to go to collect responses, another tab in the form creator. Yeah, I've changed to collect responses as well. Oh, right, okay. I gotcha. I'll figure it out, Will. If not, I will call you. The E is silent. It must be vineyard. But that made sense. It's pronounced vin when you're with your yard. Ask them how they pronounce tomato. Potato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. Hi, Wayne and all. And Jaws is my all-time film, and Bruce was Spielberg's lawyer. It certainly was. Vine is fine on the fine. God, Lou, here we go. But vineyards are a different animal. You need a Google account, do you? You need a Google account to access it. Ah, right, okay. Well, most people would have a Google account if they're on YouTube, surely. I would have thought, Will. They're watching me on YouTube, so they must have it, unless they're watching me without being subscribed to YouTube, I suppose. Then how do you find me? You get a search engine. That's weird. Don't know. I'll have to have a think about that one. We pronounce it Martha's Vineyard. Yerd. Oh, by the way, I did Forbidden Planet was the thing today. Look, I thought I'll have a muck around because obviously it's got batteries in. Without the batteries, if you press this, I don't know if you can hear this. Hang on. Stand by. I'm gonna take my noise suppression filter off. There we go. So now you can hear. So this is like demo mode.
Welcome to Altair 4, gentlemen. I am to transport you to the residence.
Lou, if folks are coming through Facebook, it's still going to go onto a browser, so it doesn't make a difference. It's completely separate from YouTube or anything else. So, I mean, the first thing you'll get to is to tell you to put an email address in. So you should be able to see that form before you do anything. Unless there's something on the system that's blocking that form. Something either in the router or something on your web host server. Don't know. But it might be because I'm using a bit.ly address. Let me try something. Chris Hurst. I think I might know what it is. It might be because it's protecting bit.ly web addresses from accessing. So there's a link there in chat. I don't know if you can click on that and tell me if that one works. Tell me if that link there works in chat. I don't know if it lets you click that. But hopefully that works. Anyway, so that's demo mode. And then if I click this switch underneath him somewhere, which is... where's his on button? Oh, it's on the back, actually. And then I press the same button. I love it. Absolutely love it. I was watching Forbidden Planet today.
Altair 4, gentlemen. I am to transport you to the residence.
Stop it! Stop it! Being taken over. By the way, season 1 is done of my original series Star Trek rewatch. So the last one was my favourite one, the Operation Annihilate. Absolutely love that one. So, oh, that works fine, right? So that makes sense then. So that's what it is, Chris. See, some web servers don't like bit.ly because it can take you to malicious websites. So I think when I do it, I'll have to put the link in chat or something like that so people can go. Okay. Live and learn. See, this is why we do these things on live stream, so we can iron out problems. It's had 31 responses now. I've just kept the responses on, so if you want to have a play and you can remember the answers, there you go. Ah, wicked. All right, so that makes sense. That's all it is because bit.ly, some people actually put malicious web links in a bit.ly. It basically shortens the URL down and that causes issues. So I'm guessing you can't actually see when I put bit.ly Wayne Store for my Amazon links. Don't know if I've got my Amazon links on here. There. So with my Amazon links, I'm guessing they don't work either for you, Chris. Or they might, I don't know. But, all cool. Hello, Charlotte. I haven't seen you in ages. Haven't seen you in absolutely ages. How the devil are you? Are we seeing you on Sunday for Remembrance Day? Just so you know, with Black Friday coming up, obviously, all the deals and stuff, use my affiliate link. When is Thanksgiving? That's next Thursday, isn't it? I was watching... hang on, let me just get rid of that. I was watching Phil's... he was doing the refit, and he was saying about Thanksgiving coming up, but I thought that was next week, if I'm right. Because Mrs. World of Wayne is actually... oh, the store works, no problems. Oh, I don't know, Chris. I'll make sure when we do the quiz, I put the full-length URL in so people can access that. Jared, the Enterprise build is... No one knows at the moment. Apparently, we're supposed to be having an update at the end of the month from IXO with ways to order the Ecto and the Enterprise. Now, from what I understand, and Todd, I don't know if you're in chat here at the moment. But from what I understand, they're going to give you the option to order what you need rather than know what you need, if that makes sense. So rather than appeal to you and say, well, you are up to issue 21 of Star Trek, so we're going to continue from 23 onwards, I think you're actually going to be buying by issue. I think. So, but again, it's all up in the air. We don't know at the moment. So thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. But this is why we iron these things out. But yeah, it does automatically give you the email address. I think you still have to put your email underneath it though, because that's what registers the responses. Look, I've had 34 responses now. That's excellent. I do need to figure out how to rank it. So I have things that say one ungraded response. I don't know what that means. I'll have to figure that one out. I don't know. But that was you, Christian. I don't know what that means. We'll figure it out. You will need to sign into Google or to access the Google form, or have an email address, I think, Max Vet. But if you're on YouTube, then theoretically you should have a Gmail account or a Google account anyway. Hello, Ray. How's it going? I enjoy watching your videos of building, and most of all, I enjoy watching the Build the Knight Rider kit. Well, did you hear? You probably haven't, because I only talk to Patreons. You've got the Batman Tumbler coming out on December 28th, so you're going to start seeing advertisements for that over the Christmas period. So that's going to be in stores from the 28th. Now, from what I understand, for the first 6 issues, it's going to be every 2 weeks. So it's going to be, by the time we get to issue 7, 12 weeks would have passed. Then it's going to be weekly. So, but that's the Batman Tumbler from Hachette Partworks. So, all cool. Singles Day is tomorrow. What's Singles Day? Is that a tennis thing? A dating thing? I don't know. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, it's 2 weeks' time. I'm way off. Why did Phil say it was next week? Is Phil celebrating Thanksgiving early? I'm all confused. Don't use all caps. Yeah, I feel like we're shouting. We'll just use little letters. Or, I can do multiple guess as well. The problem with multiple guess, multiple choice, whatever you want to call it, is that if the answer's a bit, unsure, and you put the answer in there with a load of other things, chances are that's the one people are going to go for. It makes it a bit easier. Because I could have had the whole quiz just A, B, C, or D, and put, like, who wants to be a millionaire, and have, like, 4 answers there. But you just know that, well, I used to love multiple guess in school. You could just do the process of elimination to actually get it right. Hello, Peter. No problems, Chris. You'll be busy doing Remembrance Day stuff on Sunday. Yeah, I'm taking my dad to the Remembrance service, so I'll be picking him up. He'll be wearing his full military regalia, so I've got to... me and Mrs. Wayne will be taking him down there. The good thing is the home that he's in is actually right next to the church that have the Remembrance service. So hopefully the weather's going to be nice. The link in the description would mean we can open it up while we're waiting for the stream to start. That's pretty much the idea. Plus, you can open up beforehand. The fact of the matter is, it's just blank question 1, 2, 3. So you won't know what the questions are until we fill it in. But interesting. It's all interesting. First time I've used it, I have to say, I was mucking around with Kahoot for the first week, and you can only have 50 people a maximum in Kahoot. Back to the Future's on Saturday. What's that? Is that UK TV, Will? This Saturday I'm in Telford. Next Saturday I'm in London. So, it's Remembrance Day on the 11th of November. Well, we have Remembrance Day on the 11th, Sheldon. I think we all do that. But the actual Remembrance Day service is always on the Sunday closest to the 11th. So, you think you'll be around. You're all good. Oh, that's what I like to hear. Wayne, quick question. What oil do I use when putting screws in your models? Just bought a full root mask kit and notice you use a lot. You do it a lot, Winter Metal. It's just a 3-in-1 oil. Originally, I nicked it from Mrs. Welder Wayne's sewing machine. And it works so well, that's all I use now. So I've got a 3-in-1 oil here. Just so you know, today I must have screwed in over 900 screws in that blooming thing, just on the outside. Because each plate has a trim. Each trim has these tiny NM screws. And I tell you, there's hundreds of them. Absolutely hundreds. Thank God they give you spares, because God knows how many I've lost on this floor so far. But, oh, it's Veterans Day. In America, is it? Well, we got that. We got, in Australia, you got Anzac Day. When was that? Anzac Day. I think we missed it. 25th of April next year. So we all have that sort of thing. I mean, in our family, we have to celebrate. We don't celebrate. We remember on Remembrance Sunday and Anzac Day as well, because we got Aussies in the family. My sister-in-law's in the military. You see, in the Australian. What sort of accent is that, mate? Australian military. Hello, Felim. Yeah, it worked for me, but didn't ask or didn't show anything. Only ask questions. Yeah, that's because if I had the questions on there, you'll be working through it, and there'd be no need for me to be there, Felim. So I've you have to watch the stream. That's the payoff. You see, you have to watch the stream to get the questions. So Ixo definitely has taken on Ecto 1. Ecto 1 and Enterprises are definite at the moment, Craig. I don't know about the other ones. I'll be shocked if the Eleanor gets someone pick that up. The Titanic, we already know that isn't happening. What else was we building? Enterprise. Wasn't it 4 things? Titanic, Ecto 1. What's the other thing? I suppose the DeLorean. A lot of people were building the DeLorean. But I've had no news of the DeLorean at all. What was tonight's movie scene, Matty? It was Forbidden Planet, Matty, from 1958, 55? When did Forbidden Planet come out? Forbidden Planet. Oh, God. We've got a geek store in London called Forbidden Planet. And that's what it's bringing up. 1956. I was close. I was close. How do you send you an image? It's video appropriate. Just send it to my email, Harold. wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk. And I can pick up my email. That's no problems at all. Matter of fact, let's get my email open. Matter of fact, I used to have a little link. Look, there we go. Look, see? Send me an email. I love having graphics on the screen. This is great. What other graphics have I got? If you're interested in the workstation, look. Tyrell Models. If you want to go to Patreon, there you go. Oops, let's turn off my email now. If you want to go over to Model Mods and get some of their mods, look. How to turn them back off again. It's all over the place. Oh, I don't need this back up. Now I can get rid of that now. Batman Tumbler is the full build, Mike. It's the completely full build. So I'm hoping we'll have an announcement for the Lancaster as well, but I haven't heard anything about that yet. They decided quite a while ago, Charles, that they were going to do that. They did announce it. God, Richard will help me here. About 2 or 3 months ago, just after the trial, they announced they were doing it. I wasn't sure of the exact date, though. I did think it was January, but I had that confirmed. It's definitely the 28th of December. I don't know what the 28th of December is. It's a... let me have a look. God. 28th of December, anyone? It's a Wednesday. They always come out on Wednesdays anyway, so... It's going to be in the shops from the Wednesday. You'll probably find that if you're in the UK, it'll be everywhere. It'll be in the supermarkets everywhere. 20 years of the year. You was, Ed. We had a good chat about that. A lot of my family are in or have been in the military. Mainly the RAF. Any news on the Batman Mighty City? No, you know what? That fell off the table when Eagle Moss went bang. You know what? I completely forgot about that, Alan. I completely forgot about that. I didn't realise, because obviously now Eagle Moss aren't there. That's not happening. And the only one that I've seen was from... I can't remember the name of the company. If you watch my Wonderfest videos from this year, someone's going to put it in chat. That's the 1/6 scale Batmobile. But yeah, no one's picked that up. That's interesting. How could I have forgot that? Crazy. Greetings from Chicagoland. There we go. It's come up, Hector. I'm hoping to be in Chicago next year, Hector. Around about June time. You still gutted Ecto 1 will never be finished. No, don't say that, because I think it will be, Miller. I mean, if you're not going to be doing it through either part work upgrades or Mike Lane or who they're doing all the finishes for the kit, then I believe Ixo will be picking it up so you can finish a model. You finished the Ducati Panigale. Did you have fun with those pipes and trying to figure out where they go? Thank you, Kim. Those pipes were a living nightmare, and I'll be honest with you, some of them were guesstimating in the end, because the instructions tell you where to put it, but the arrow goes nowhere. So it's like, take this end of the pipe, and it just points towards the bike, and put it there. So you're like, where? So it was a case of, here come the bots. It was a case of looking for nipples. Nipples with nothing on it. Are you a vet as well, Ray? My brother was in Iraq at the time of the war out there. He was loading Hercules aircrafts up. So you have been doing a lot of screwing, Wayne. I've been doing too much screwing, although I have been using the electric one. That's why I've got no blisters today, as you can see. But I really enjoyed it, I have to say. But pack 11 cannot be done in a day. Now, I've done some big packs, like the Bismarck used to have some really big packs. Pack 11 just takes you forever, and it's mainly because you've got to be so careful on that model that you're not pinching wires. And someone already warned me about the brake lights, saying that they could short out on the metal, and they do give you a little fix of a bit of insulating to stop that happening. But I went and covered mine in liquid tape as well to stop that happening, and I'm glad to say everything's working. It's just like, I was so happy once I actually had it all on though while I was putting the plates in, to be sure. Because I hate it when something goes wrong and you're like, oh, I don't want to take the whole thing apart, and you just accept it. So I wanted to make sure that's what's working. This is your first time doing live streaming. Well, welcome aboard, Ray. Thursday night's chat night, so we could be talking about anything. Last week we were talking about pizza, for crying out loud. It was all going fine, and then Ian turned up around about now. Just checking. To turn up for the live stream. And then I don't really remember what happened at the last 20 minutes of that live stream. All over the place. You're from East Vandergrift, Ray. You know what that means, Ray? It means I've got to look on Google Maps, because I ain't got a clue where that is. So, hang on. East. So you're in Pennsylvania, yeah? Vandergrift. There we go. Let's see where you are. Okay, I can see it. There's a river there. The Kizimenitis River. Kizimenitis? Oh, I can't pronounce it. So where are you? Where are you near? Let me see. Oh, you're just northeast of Pittsburgh. I know Pittsburgh. Ah. Shame about their football team, but, you know, I can't talk. The Rams are doing god-awful at the moment. So. And from what I understand, if anyone's an American football follower, that Matthew Stafford's in concussion protocol, so I don't think he's going to be playing. Where did you get the Palomino model? It's from Will, my friend Will Dickey. He sent it over to me, so I'm doing I'm doing a test build for him, if you like, to see how it goes, and giving him advice on the model. Which, to be honest with you, Will, if you're still watching, I've got no advice. The model's blimmin' amazing. Absolutely love it. I'm not going to light it because, as you rightly said in the film, it's only got 3 red LEDs on it on the bottom. So I am just going to have it as a static model, and I do want to keep it in the background here. But at the moment, absolutely brilliant model. But I'll try and get some details for you, Anthony, when I've actually finished the model, about how you can get it and stuff. Take care, Milan. Hello, John. How's things on the south coast? You recently seen Hachette doing the Graf Zeppelin in Germany. Are they? You see, this is where this is how you can tell things are live. I wasn't aware. Let's see if we can find something. Aha. That looks like a trial. It is a test. It's a test at the moment, John. Someone's actually selling one on eBay at the moment. Hang on. There we go. Let's go over. That could be interesting, I suppose. Looking like that. It is a trial. But who knows when it comes. Take care, Lou. Enjoy your dinner. So there's a date in the States for the Ecto 1. Well, the Ecto 1 was already released, but you're talking about restarting it, Craig, sorry. Because we're all in the same boat, and I believe it is everyone worldwide. Now, we were under the impression that it's going to be very, very soon, as in like the next couple of weeks. But I'd say hold off until the end of this month before we know any more. But the person that knows the best things about all of this is Todd McWilliams, Marvel Phoenix. You know, the site that I went on that did my James Bond DB5 and all of that. He's got updates for that, and my updates, if I haven't got them from the horse's mouth, I normally trust what Todd says. So it's all cool. Well, I'm sure someone will pick it up, Robert. Remember the DeLorean? Whoops, over here. The DeLorean was from D'Agostini in Japan. They covered the DeLorean. So now that there isn't a firm covering it, all someone has to do is buy the license to distribute it. And they'll be able to do the DeLorean. I like this. Look. Welcome to the channel, Stephen. I'm glad that all my pop-ups work tonight as well. There was meant to be noise for that, but no noise came up because I forgot to click the button. But if someone subscribes, you should get a pop-up and a nice noise. I did used to have the Ghostbusters Proton pack, but something changed. Wayne for Prime Minister? I don't think so. I couldn't do that job. What site can I go to be able to get my own Knight Rider? Ray, you're in America, aren't you? So fanhome.com. If you look at my videos, the link's in there. fanhome.com. And you'll be able to get that. I do have an email. wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk. There you go. Let me just see. I know I'm behind on chat. Let me go back to my email. Stand by. I love how things are live here, and I can... I haven't received any email yet, but Charles White, you are now a new Patreon, I understand. Welcome to Patreon. There's a Forbidden Planet in Birmingham. I know there's one in Leicester. Whereabouts in Birmingham is it, Nigel? Ask him for a friend. I've been to the one in London. I've been to the one in Leicester. I didn't know there was one in Birmingham. Who are you asking for the email? I don't know. You're loving the Peugeot build. That's got pride of place in the old man cave at the moment, Kevin. It still needs a lot of work because it's like we've got a sort of face off at the moment with Mrs. Rhoda Wayne and her fabric and sewing hobby, which is slowly taking over that room, and I've got my man cave in the same room, which is sort of like pushing against Mrs. Rhoda Wayne all at the same time. I've got my son who's still got a bedroom in there. You didn't want to do another part build, but the Batman tumbler, it looked brilliant. The trial looked excellent. I don't need your email address, Ray. I thought you wanted to send me an email. Why is that still on the screen? Your ex-Royal Signals as well. Wow, we got quite a few serving or retired or forces people in here. Your dad was army. I am going to be doing the tumbler just like I did the trial, Robert. I mean, remember the first 4 stages are going to be pretty much the same anyway. But, oh, hello from Tampa, Florida. How's things in Tampa? Not too happy, Russell, seeing as your Buccaneers beat the Rams last week. But, you know, they deserved to win. We played god-awful. Greetings for Vermont. You know what? I don't know if you've seen, we get something on TikTok here. You probably had it in America where someone says, if we give you a blank map of the US and just blanked out all the states, and we said we'll give you £1 million for every state that you can name on that map, but the rule is if you get one wrong, you don't get nothing. How many could you name? I think Vermont is up New England way, isn't it? Up near Maine and New Hampshire and all of them. But yeah, I think I'd struggle. Jazz Inc. That's the name. Thank you, Jazz Inc. David. I'm glad someone's paying attention because I'm not. Thought you may get bots when you're planning on streaking and flocking. I don't understand why the bots come in, and when they do come in, they normally come in towards the end of the stream. I think there's other people to bug at that time. We got 36 responses for that quiz, you know. But I haven't got a clue. Lou's not in yet, but he did answer Hampton's question 5 for Martha's Vineyard. But he got all the rest of them right. Bless him. So... I'm glad that works. That's great. I just need to figure out how to rank it, and then we're good to go. And then what to do in the event of a draw, because there are going to be some really good prizes. Just so you know, got a little bug flying around. And will you be using the model, the model upgrade packs, the model mods? I guess is that what you mean, Charles, for the Agora Titanic? I don't know, Charles. At the moment, I'm building it to stock because they are replacing parts as they go along. But because I'm building it with Agora models, and this is only available in a territory outside the UK, because in the UK, Hachette are building it, I'm considerably behind everyone else. I think everyone's in the 30s at the moment, and we've only just got to, I think, stage 20, so I am behind quite far on that. Greetings from Tupelo. Sorry, this is my OCD. I like to know where places are. So, Tupelo, Mississippi, birthplace of Elvis. Oh, right, okay. Tupelo, Mississippi. Ah, gotcha. Right, okay, let's see where you are. Looking at the map. There you go. Tupelo. You're around here. I'm just zooming out. What's your closest place? Let's have a look. Memphis. Southeast of Memphis. There we go. Near New Albany. Although I bet by the look of that map, Memphis is quite a way for you to travel. You would need images of the real bike to see where the pipes go. I would need the real bike to be here and follow it, Mike. How's the Volvo? You know what? I was meant to be doing that, but I haven't got on it. At the moment, it's so close to being done, David. It's just the bodywork. And as I said, when I do the next builds, I'm just doing a live, completely uncut stream. Might not be live, but it's going to be completely uncut, so you can see how many problems I have. I still need to get on that. It's funny because just as I'm about to do it, I get a delivery or something, which my mind just thinks, I've got to do that now. I am on Facebook. I've got a World of Wayne page on Facebook, Ray. I'm freezing up. You're right. I lost 4,254 frames, and I don't know why. No idea. I think we're okay now, though. We're still quite a steady stream at the moment. But yes, I was breaking up. And that was at 37. Oh, right. Okay, so yeah. Spicy meatballs. Yeah, Rams is a big place right now. I think it's because I went and visited the stadium, Jordan. I think I cursed them. At the moment, Chris, no, you can't. Unless you're willing to pay stupid amounts of money on eBay. Steelers number 1. Are there any mods for the R2? I've not seen any. Apart from, changing some of those screws out for metal ones, I haven't seen any. I think someone did actually 3D print the little table from Return of the Jedi, so you can put your drinks on it. And we've got a leak of the new Lego Eiffel Tower, 1.5 metres tall. Just giving myself some guide here. That comes up to my nipples. Oops, I said nipples again. And it's $680. Wow. That's a lot of money. What's the red thing behind the X-Wing? That's the resin printer. Is that what you mean? That's the resin printer. That's a gremlin. He's red. Hello Tina, how's it going? Oh Ian, you're definitely there. I was getting worried. I keep glancing outside just in case you turn up. So is the time limit up for this Prime Minister yet? Well, I understand there's 2 Prime Ministers before Christmas, so I don't know. We've got this thing called a fixed term parliament, so it doesn't matter how bad our Prime Minister is, unless someone votes him out, we can't vote in an election for 5 years. So they're stuck for 5 years. But, I mean, I understand you peeps over there have been going through fun with your midterms. I don't understand what all that's about. But, I don't know. Is that a big deal for you peeps over in the US? There's a Forbidden Planet in Cambridge as well. That's just down the road. I haven't been to Cambridge for so long, but it's mainly on account that it costs like 50 quid to park there. I know they've got a park and ride. Yeah, you see what I mean? eBay's stupid amounts of money. But I'd hang on, because I'm sure someone's going to pick that up. But again, Todd might have the answer for that. That's the only one I haven't heard anything about, Chris, to be honest with you. Wow, there's Forbidden Planets everywhere. Wow. I only thought there was one in London. I'm going to have to build a new house, Jared, not a new room. That's the top end of Ball Street off Corporation Street. Oh, I know Corporation Street. Yeah, I know where that is. How's the Christmas market looking, Paul? I would like to take Mrs. World away, but it was very same old last time I went there. Hello, Paul. How's it going in Crowborough? I'm down your way in a couple of weeks. Not so far Crowborough, but I'm going to be in New Haven. That should be fun. Stand by. Just checking. It was a conversation a while ago. I thought it was appropriate. What was that, Harold? Sorry, I'm lost, Harold. I'm really lost. I thought you were sending me an email. I don't know why. You'd get about 3 or 4 states. I can probably get... I know where the Dakotas are. Nevada, Arizona, Utah, California, Oregon, Washington, Florida, Texas, Maine, Alaska. I can get a few. I get enough to actually pay off. That's for sure. Glad I was not in the SAS. Would have to walk around with a pixelated face. Oh, bless. 70 miles to Memphis. I mean, that's a long journey for us. I have to work. I mean, tomorrow I'll be picking up my kids. So that's 110 miles there and 110 miles back. So 220 miles round trip that I do every other week. So 70 miles, I'll do that in a breeze. I know where Jacksonville, Florida is, though, Wayne. I know the Florida states. Greetings from... See, now, this is... Is it Uranus or is it Uranus? Uranus or Uranus? Is that just a pronunciation thing as well? It's down here. Thank you, Jared. I enjoy doing this, and I do like Thursday nights where we can just chill out. I'm not building anything. I am showing you some of the fun, but this is just chilling out and bringing the community together tonight. It's all fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously on a Thursday night. If you want to see model building, that happens on Tuesday night. And for the Patreons, we do all the things that we don't do on the channel on the Patreon stream on Wednesday. All the, you know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more on the Wednesday stream. Roy, the outside, 10,001 pieces. That is ridiculous. You're on your mobile. I didn't think of that, did I? Oh. Meatballs with mashed potatoes and Boston cucumbers, a national dish. Well, I can't eat cucumber, Marcus, but meatballs, I mean, that's all they serve in our IKEA over here. So you can't beat Swedish meatballs. Mrs. World Wayne, I haven't had Swedish meatballs. Why haven't you cooked Swedish meatballs? I know where Tallahassee as well. Tallahassee being the state capital, isn't it, of Florida as well? I know my things, Louis. Louis, is it Louis or Louis? Louis. That confuses me all the time as well. Interesting facts. The Xmas market is good, but... Oh, I didn't like the but. Once you've done it, it's similar each year. Bigger and bigger. Worth going to if you haven't been for 4 and 5 years. I haven't been for 4 and 5 years, actually, Paul. I'd like to take Mrs. World away, but I don't know if we're going to get time before Christmas now. Pretty much every weekend is almost booked up. And Mrs. World away at the end of the year, you know, she hits a milestone birthday. But you're not meant to mention a lady's age, but it's a milestone birthday. It's like, you know, half a century milestone. Was that the back door locking? Have you completed the SR71? No, I haven't. I've been waiting for some of my weathering paints and stuff to come, so I'm actually painting the outside. I'm doing this thing where I'm building each individual thing rather than putting them all together and then adding them afterwards. I just find it's a little bit easier that way than to follow the instructions, because the instructions, they want you to put things on the plane, airplane, so I get told off for that. Put things on the airplane and then paint them, which doesn't make any sense to me. So I'd rather paint each individual bit and then put each individual bit on there. So 21st, yes it is. Oh look, she don't mind telling you. Look, I'll be 50. You don't mind saying it. Wow, 50. I'm not even 50 yet, Mrs. Weldaway. You'll have to tell me what it's like on those dizzying heights up there. If you can't ask her age, how much does she weigh? I wouldn't have a clue. I don't even know how much I weigh, David. To be honest with you, I don't even want to know how much I weigh. All I know is that my clothes don't fit me properly, so, you know. You can't see it, but I've got a beer belly. If anyone sees me on Saturday, you'll see that I'm a big guy. I mean, I weigh 16 stone, I think. 16 and a half stone, something like that. It's me beer belly. It's Mrs. World Wayne's cooking. That's what I'm blaming. You're 66, Robert. You passed that 20 years ago, Edward. 50 is no different to 48. Oh, bless. Well, I'm going to be 50 next year. So July 4th next year, that's my 50th birthday. So I will catch up with Mrs. World Wayne. But we've got some exciting things in our 50th year planned, haven't we? Especially one that we found out about today, which is going to be good. That's made Mrs. World Wayne smile. But it's all cool. You're 34 in the new year, Bergdis. Are you a Capricorn as well then, Bergdis? Like Mrs. World Wayne? You're 65. Sorry, I was watching Top Gun Maverick. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. I've got it. Haven't seen it. You're 65. Ed, you're 68. I think the good thing is when it looks at demographics for the channel, the age range, they put it in a big block. So the main bulk of people are like between 45 and 65. so we all fall into that like little sort of like segment. It's like being pigeonholed. Capricorns assemble. See, I'm a Cancer. We get on. You retire in 51 days. I don't know when I'm going to retire, Robert, because our government keep moving the retirement day back. I'll be 100 by the time they're retired. And, you know, the average age will be like 250 or something. Oh, the future. What has it got planned for us? But anyway, listen, thank you for helping me with that competition stream tonight. I can now work on actually putting the questions that I've done into that answer sheet so we can have the Christmas quiz. That's going to be on Thursday the 22nd. I have already put a link on the YouTube community tab so you can see when that's going to be. It's going to start at 7 till 9, so it's a 2-hour stream. Mrs. Walder Wayne will join me and we'll just have a whole very festive. God, I've been drinking too much ale tonight. Very a very festive time of it on the 22nd of December. We're going to be having the Rootmaster out on the channel tomorrow. On Monday, I'm going to be doing some more of the orrery from Roker. But I am going to be at the Telford Model Show this Saturday. So if you are there, it'd be great to see you all. Or if you all turn up, that'd be amazing. But thank you for joining me tonight and take care. I don't know how to stop these streams. This is why you see me looking over here panically, trying to figure out how to stop the streams, but I can never figure it out. So hopefully I am now stopping the stream. So I will now bid you farewell. Take care.